my name is Colette and welcome to my channel Inspiring Life Changes. I'm here today to do the love reading for Aquarius. I have just done the general reading, which hopefully will be up and very soon, and I apologize Aquarius because I have not done your reading for a long time, so no excuses, just other things that I've been doing that have kind of been taking place. So hopefully I'll be able to get back into the swing of doing readings a bit more regularly again soon. So with that being said, this is a reading for you Aquarius, a love reading as I was saying. So Sun, Moon, Venus, Rising and cusp energy of Aquarius. And if you don't know where those placements are Aquarius, there will be a free natal link, as there always is, in that description box down below for you to go and check it out for yourself, to see where your moon is if you don't know, your rising sign, and particularly I would recommend your Venus for this reading because it is a love reading for you and the person you have your strongest energetic heart connection with. Now that doesn't mean that you're necessarily in a relationship with somebody. It could be an energetic connection, a connection that is still very strongly in your life on an energetic level, not necessarily somebody who is still physically in your environment, but somebody who's still affecting you. So for yourselves, I will be using this deck of cards. I will be using two decks of cards. This deck of cards, which has the Page of Swords on the bottom there. And I will be using this deck of cards for you cross watchers, or the person that you have your strongest energetic connection with. And you have the Seven of Cups on the bottom there. So cross watcher, or the person who has been in a relationship, wants to be, still is in a relationship with an Aquarian, just be aware that this reading could also be swapped around with the cards. So although I'm reading that deck of cards for Aquarius, in my head, in your head, it might make more sense that it's your side of the story and the other cards may tell their side of the story. So just be aware that that could also be possible. Whichever way it resonates, take it for yourselves. So the reading is going to start today, Aquarius, with the Six of Cups taken from another set of cards, just the cup cards, and the Six is talking about a sense of nostalgia, of something from the past, of looking back over the past. These Five Cups here are cards that are all kind of full of regrets in a way, things that have happened that have brought you to this point of sitting on your own on this rock, reflecting, melancholy, a sense of sadness in the Six of Cups as well. There can also be a sense of a realization that something could have been done differently, or could have been done better, or you could have you could have had a different outcome, but a realization as well that you are where you are and you cannot change the past. You can't change any of this down here. But with this cup that she's holding in her hand here, there is this reflective kind of looking into it and an acceptance that the past is done, but that doesn't mean that the future has to be the same as the past, or it doesn't have to reflect the past, that there is potential for something good to come out of this, even if that isn't within this relationship. It's kind of saying, you know, that you can take the lessons that have been learnt down here and progress forward. But interestingly, you have at the bottom of these cards the Ace of Cups in reverse. So that is kind of this card here that is being looked at, oh sorry, this cup here should I say, not this card, that cup there that she's holding in her hand, which is being looked at and reflected in. And because the Ace of Cups is in reverse, it's implying to me that this is not the time to be looking for new love. This is not the time. It's like not ready, still having to kind of sit in that energy and allow that energy to be there, really. So starting the actual reading off for yourself for this love reading, Aquarius, we have the Justice card, and it's interesting because I've, like I said, just done the general read, and the Justice card came out in that reading too, and I believe it may have been in the same place. No, I don't think it was actually. No, it wasn't. It wasn't in the same place, but the Justice card did come out in your reading, so you may want to check it out. And there are a few other cards on the table as well that were the same from a different, completely different deck of cards as well. So it's not like I haven't shuffled the cards, it's a completely different deck of cards. So Justice, what does it mean? Balancing of the scales. Looking for things to be fair, balanced, just. Looking for a sense of peace within it all, of coming to terms within it all, of I kind of get like this settling energy. Allowing things kind of to settle within you is what's coming through here, Aquarius. Because the blocking energy here is the Four of Cups, and you did actually have the Four of Cups. That's one of the cards that you had in your last reading as well, in the general reading. And here, with the Four of Cups, if you look, there's a cup that is being offered, that is coming out of the sky here. But this character here is not even aware. These three cups are down here. But he's not, he's sitting back. He's not ready to take it, which is what this feels like here as well. The same kind of energy. This cup is there, but it's either not being kind of recognized as being there. It's like right in front of you. It's there. It's sitting there. But due to something not being fair or balanced in the situation, there's been some kind of dispute, there's been some kind of upheaval, there's been some kind of emotional turmoil within the relationship. And so it feels like you're not really sure what's the best thing to do next. But there's a lot of reflection going on, it feels like. A lot of reflection with this card here as well, kind of going over the steps, if you like, that led up to where you are now, and trying to work out what's the next best thing to do here. What should you allow yourself to take that cup? Because in your head, and what you're aware of, again, is this sense of wanting balance between the emotions and the passion. which is what I feel that this is about. It's about kind of trying to balance it up within yourself. Because the Temperance card here, she has 2 cups in her hand. One is full of like water flowing into the other cup up there, which is full of fire. So it kind of represents the fire, the passion, the drive that goes within the relationship, and also the emotions as well, the emotional connection within this relationship. And that there is, or there has been, there may not be at this time, and it could have been that there was possibly more than one than the other, but it doesn't really feel like that because it's not in reverse. It could be that there's a sense that one person brought a lot more fire and passion to the relationship, and the other person had a lot more emotional drive behind the relationship, if you like, that they were a lot more emotionally invested. And the other person was a lot more kind of driven by their fire, their desire, their passion. But Temperance is kind of trying to bring in a state, again, a state of balance, a state of equilibrium. There's also the need here to sit back again and that patience. But this is kind of an alchemical energy as well. It's a blending of energies. So it's saying in a way that you need both of these for this cup to materialize. And if there isn't enough of one or enough of the other, then it's not going to gel. We have the Knight of Swords in your past energy here. And you also have the Page of Swords underneath this as well. And I feel as though this could well have been something that was kind of very quickly jumped into. Like it was a very sudden, something that came in very suddenly, and it was kind of equally gone as suddenly. That there was this kind of very fast action over this. Fast action. The decision was made. It was fast moving. A really kind of strong dynamic energy between the two of you as well. But it also feels as though there could have been a lot of possible it feels like it kind of made you look at things in a different way. Aquarius. Underneath it all, we have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. And the Nine of Pentacles, when it's in reverse, is really kind of questioning your own self-worth within the whole situation. Did it make you feel good? Did it make you feel worthy? Did it give you sustenance? Did it make you yeah, it's that kind of energy of kind of, did it feed your soul in a way? Did it give you what you were looking for? Did it help to support you? Did it help to kind of keep you buoyant in a way? Did it lift you up? And the Nine of Pentacles here would be implying that no, it didn't. It actually kind of drained you and made you feel less than. But it feels as though it had quite a big effect on you. And it also feels as though you could have already kind of been in this energy when you leapt into this. But it may not have just been the relationship that caused this energy, because this is the root cause, the subconscious, the area that you're not so sure of or aware of, should I say. What's hidden, what's not being seen. So it could have been that you were already in this energy of feeling not worthy, not good enough, not lovable enough, not worth respecting, or it's that kind of energy. But it feels as though it kind of highlighted these issues for you. Because the Six of Cups energy as well can also be about, it's like mirroring energy in a way. And that's what I'm picking up here, that it kind of brought out what was already there, what you were already feeling uncertain about. It kind of really brought it up to the surface. But with the King of Wands here, there is still a lot of desire, fire, passion, which is the energy that's moving in. Wanting to it feels like wanting to bring this fire back out. The King of Wands, energy of Leo, Sagittarius and Aries. Very headstrong, very dynamic, very passionate energy. And when the King of Wands is upright, he's in his power. He's sitting in his power. So this could be somebody outside of your energy. This could be you. You may have a lot of fire within your own makeup here. But the King of Wands also wants to bring fun to a situation. He doesn't want things to be too heavy. He wants fun, he wants joy, he wants his optimistic kind of energy. It's like, look at the bright side of things rather than looking at the heavier side of life. So if this isn't your energy, Aquarius, this could be somebody who you are kind of going to attract into your life, although it could also be who you are dealing with. If you're dealing with a fire sign. But if somebody like this does enter your life, it's kind of saying, bring this out within you. This is what you need to bring out within you. And to see that you have this lighter, brighter, more fun, more optimistic side of yourself, rather than feeling this kind of low self-esteem, not worthy. It's kind of saying, literally, like, look on the brighter side, is how it's coming through here. The star is in the environment and it's in reverse, and again it's another card that came out in your reading earlier. And in reverse, it is implying this lack of optimism, this kind of not seeing the brighter side of things is what's coming through. Not seeing it within yourself as well, not feeling that optimistic, joyful sense of life. Because the star also represents the destiny, like things being how can you put it, like hopeful. Like the star for me represents the star of hope. And it's also a sense of maybe you feel as though you kind of keep missing out, like not being in the right place at the right time in order to get a break, a lucky break, is something that's also coming through here. And of course the star does represent the Aquarius energy as well. So there is this connection between this Nine of Pentacles and this star. It's almost like the one feeds into the other. And so it just keeps kind of like a wish fulfilling prophecy in a way. That you keep moving into these situations. Like I was saying, this wish fulfilling prophecy. And how other people see the situation is that you are caught up, very much trapped in your own, again, it's kind of like, you know, trapped in your own beliefs is what's coming through here. Trapped in your own beliefs about yourself. And not being able to break out, break free. When in fact, with the Eight of Swords, in this card in particular, I kind of see these swords as being like, although they're like bars around her, if you look further down, it's almost like they are just lights. And so that kind of represents this, like, it's all in the head. Because the sword energy is all about the mind, it's all about how we think, the thoughts that run through our heads constantly, playing that kind of scenario of not being good enough, not being lovable enough, not being worthy enough, not being pretty enough or clever enough, or however. Whatever we feel about ourselves is constantly playing in this kind of loop energy, which is also feeding into this energy here as well, this self-fulfilling prophecy. So it's like you make these swords more solid, if you like. You make these bars around you more solid, Aquarius, by focusing on all of these kind of negative ideas. And beliefs. Because that's really all they are. They're just beliefs. But beliefs are very powerful things. Very powerful things. So it's kind of saying that you're again going back to this star, this kind of self-fulfilling prophecy of trapping yourself in this prison. It is like a prison. It is literally like keeping yourself contained, not allowing yourself to go beyond what you have already kind of decided is real, is true. Not allowing yourself to break out of that, which is really interesting, because if you look at the reading I did earlier, there is a breakout and a break free and a breakthrough energy there. And we also have the 10 of Pentacles in your hopes and fears, and this is another card that turned up in your other reading, and again it was, in fact, well, I say again, but this time it was actually in that same place as well. It was in your hopes and fears. Last time it was in reverse, this time it's upright. So you're looking for something stable. You're looking for something that is, again, balanced, because it's a 10, it's 2 5s, it's balanced. It feels like two people kind of putting in the same amount, both working towards something. Like this chest here kind of represents working towards like a bank deposit or something, if you like, you know, putting effort, energy and time into the situation, and getting the rewards, which is what you want. This is what you're looking for, Aquarius. You're looking for something that is solid, long lasting, and, as I was saying, of equal balance and equilibrium. And the final card we have here also came out in your reading previously, the High Priestess. And it feels like with this High Priestess is, well, for a start, for me, she always kind of mirrors this moon energy. That same shape, whoops, sorry about that brightness, that same shape here that she's making is the same as this crescent moon in the background. So again, there is this sense of kind of mirroring something here, or something being shown, or you may be not aware of that on an emotional level, because the High Priestess is about your intuition, your instincts, but she also can be about things that have not yet come into our awareness, things that are still kind of growing or gestating in the background, that have still yet to be revealed, still yet to be seen. And it's, for me, it's coming through as a sense of you kind of your own, like, understanding on a deeper level something about you. Because it is that unknown realm. Something about you, something that is not, that you are not aware of, or is not obvious to you yet. And trusting. That's terrible. Do that again. Trusting as well, that inner knowing, that inner voice, feelings, sensing things, listening to your intuition. But it does also feel like something that is yet to be recognized within yourself here. One more. Okay, so let's see what this other person is feeling at this time. The person you have your strongest energetic heart connection with, Aquarius. What's going on in their life? The Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles. Usually it talks about coming back to something in order to work on something, work something out. Because the other Seven Pentacles are all like experiences that have been learnt from, understood, studied, so it kind of feels as though this person here is in a position or in a situation in their life at this time where they're also kind of learning something from this or through this. That there is growth here. New growth, fresh growth. Okay, I'm getting a new look at an old situation. Like a new look at an old situation, a new way of viewing something. A new perspective on something. It's like they've taken their time to go over something here. They've taken their time to look over, possibly with this Six of Cups here as well, those 5 cups, they've taken their time, the nostalgia, the melancholy, the reflecting energy, looking into things deeper. And now they're moving into this space of like reworking something. This could be the relationship itself, it could be them working on themselves, but it feels as though it could well be that relationship. We have the Five of Wands, and we also have the Five of Swords. Both very interesting cards, over the top of the Temperance energy here, of equilibrium and balance. Or balancing out the kind of the emotions and the desire. Five of Wands can be an energy of inner conflict, like battling with yourself. And this person could well be in that state of battling with themselves, and at the same time with the Five of Swords here as well, sabotaging themselves as they do it. So this is what's in their head and what they are aware of. So maybe they're coming to this realization. Maybe that's what they've come to learn about the situation. Is that a lot of that was inner battling, but that inner battling then kind of got projected outwardly to become like quarrels and arguments and lots of kind of crosswords and it feels like there's a sense of this person, like saying, this realization. Possibly quick to anger, this person. Possibly quick to kind of fly off the handle. Possibly also they don't always, like, they act quicker than they think. Like they don't think something through before they've already kind of acted on it. Again, you could be dealing with fire energy here. So they may be the sort of person who expresses something in the moment and then regrets it later, realizes that they've actually, by doing so, they've sabotaged exactly what they were actually wanting. Aquarius. So it may be that their actions don't match up with what they actually desire or what they're actually wanting from this situation. And we have the High Priestess again. Over the top of the Knight of Swords. Which I do feel this Knight of Swords, like I was saying earlier, there's something that kind of was very sudden about this. Like this person, for this person it felt right, it felt because it looks as well like this person kind of jumping in to this situation with this owl here as well, kind of flying in, swooping in, possibly kind of like out of nowhere, and just like trusting their instincts, feeling it was the right thing. It was the right thing to do, to leap into this. I also felt there's a, like for some Aquarians, there could be like an age difference here, or there could be like somebody who has more like wisdom behind them, like the life that they've led has given them a lot of inner understanding and wisdom and knowledge. Because of course you've got the High Priestess up there as well. And we have the Three of Pentacles. Over the top of your Nine of Pentacles here, Aquarius, that light's very bright again. And somehow that feels like an energy of, sorry, just let me sort this light out a bit too much. It feels like that this person really did just want to kind of help the situation. They wanted to support you. They wanted to hold you. Because in this card, I don't know if you can see it, but there's two people here. And he's kind of got her on his shoulders. This character here is holding her up. He's helping her out. He's giving her support. So it feels as well, coming back, because there's something about this card, and it's kind of what I'm being told is that there was like an instinctively known, like this person instinctively knew what it was that you needed. So this could, because this is what's in this person's head and what they're aware of, this could have been your energy as well, Aquarius. You could have been the one kind of jumping to conclusions about things, maybe. That inner conflict could well have been coming from your side of the Knight of Pentacles here. Sorry, the Nine of Pentacles. Get my knights and my nines muddled up all the time. So it feels as though this person did want to give you support. Physically, mentally, emotionally. Help you out. Boost you up as well, it feels like as well, like just boost you. We have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse over the top of this King of Wands. So although the desire and the passion and the fire is there, for this person it feels like that it's a lost opportunity, that something has passed them by, or it's going to feel like that with this Ace of Pentacles that is coming in here, because it's the energy that's moving in. So it's going to feel like something that could have had potential, could have gone the journey, could have gone the whole road, if you like, could have like been very rewarding, very sustaining. But with the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, it feels like it didn't work out, or this is how it's going to be for this person. And I feel as well that if there is any communication, or if there's any offers made here, that it's kind of reluctant. Almost like once bitten, twice shy energy. But we have the Knight of Cups over the top of the star. This self-fulfilling prophecy. This person still feels very strongly about this as well, about this situation, about the fact that they would like it to be different. They would like it to be, they'd like to give you that cup. This cup here, which is in reverse. This ace reversed, which also feels like it's connected to this Ace of Pentacles. Which could also be this person trying to start something new, trying to start a fresh approach, a new, getting like a new environment, like trying to move away from the environment that they've been in, like even just mentally as well, like wanting something different, but at the same time it feels like it's something that's not, like we're saying, like something that's lost, like a lost opportunity, like they missed out on something that could have been and should have been. More than it turned out to be. And there's that Ace of Cups. It's kind of saying the love is still there. It's still deeply felt. But also a sense of like, you know, is that enough though? Is that enough? Is that enough to turn this around? Is that enough to turn this star of hope up the right way? And we have, in reverse, the Nine of Swords. We have the Wheel of Fortune, and we have the Seven of Wands. Over the top of the Eight of Swords. So this is your energy of trapping yourself and not being able to see the way out of a situation. And this person has the Nine of Swords, although it is in reverse. They too are having difficulty letting this go. removing themselves mentally from this completely. This is energetically still playing in their mind too. Like going over the, again, the shoulds, the coulds, the whys, the wherefores, the all of that. But the Wheel of Fortune is kind of implying that things are shifting, things are changing. But this person is still feeling quite defensive. They're still defensive about it. They're still protecting themselves from outside influences. Possibly protecting themselves from you, Aquarius. The Ace of Cups, the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles in reverse as well would imply a situation of something that is not built on like stable foundations in reverse. It's like something that's not solid. It's quite kind of shaky foundations here. And maybe that is because it's coming from a really strong place of desire. But it's not bringing any stability for this person, is how it's coming through there. And we also have the Four of Wands in reverse as well. So the Four of Wands in reverse and the hopes and the fears for this person is implying that they don't see things changing really. They don't see that stability, as I was saying here, they don't see that stability. They don't see things leveling up between you. They don't see, because for me the Four of Wands, the four implies stability. It's like four corners. There's a stability within it. It can be built on, it can be grown on. There's also a sense for me with the Four of Wands of how do I put it? Of like the boat, because it comes after the three, so it's like the boat comes into the harbour, but at the same time with the four, you kind of, especially when it's in reverse, you kind of just don't get on that boat. You make a decision to stay where you are, especially when it's in reverse. So, because the Four of Wands can be about adventure, it can be about kind of moving into a new energy of adventure, and this is going to be exciting, and what's it about, and where's it going to lead, and you know what's going to be created from this situation. But when it's in reverse, it is literally saying to me that this person doesn't want to put their energy into something that they don't feel stability in. They might have done at one point. And the love is still there. But it's like I said, is it enough? This person is asking, is it enough? And we have the Hermit over the top of your High Priestess. Both cards implying that you're both kind of, again, in similar kind of places, going within. The Hermit is about questions needing to be asked, finding the answers within yourself, which is very similar to this energy here, the High Priestess and the Hermit. It's almost like both of you in your separate corners, if you like, both of you kind of trying to see things on a deeper level, both of you trying to make sense of something. With you, Aquarius, I feel it's more intuitively. Like you're kind of getting a sense of wisdom or knowledge about something here. And for whoever this person is here, it feels like this is much more a process that this person is in. A process of I'm going to put it like burning through what's no longer needed in their life in many ways. Like clearing out the past. Going within to clear out what's no longer relevant for them, what's no longer working for them. Going into that space of, I have to find out who I am. Who am I? What am I about? So it does feel as though the pair of you are in that, again, that same mirroring. There's a mirroring kind of energy here. In a way, or you have kind of brought out these aspects within each other. That's interesting. Chiron, healing. There is this healing taking place between the pair of you. But it's a separate thing. It's a separate energy. You're both kind of in that space of needing to heal something from this situation, it feels. So let's find Chiron. Where are you, Chiron? Chiron, the wounded healer, and couldn't heal himself, but he managed to heal everybody else. What number is it? Oh, number 8. Should be able to find that easily enough. Number 8. Must have gone past it. Here we go, Chiron healing. So the wound is the place where the light enters, according to Rumi. So healing must take place before you are able to deal with your matter. Chiron is not a planet but a comet with a unique orbit that travels through the entire zodiac over approximately 51 years. Chiron is the Greek word for man-horse. In myth, Chiron the centaur, the wisest of all creatures, was the wounded healer, and self-enlightened shaman. He was wounded in the flank and was almost crippled, but was rehabilitated from his wounds and sickness to pursue the healing arts through the guidance of Apollo, god of light. Not so sure about that, because there's some that say that it was that he was the teacher for Apollo, and it was actually him who taught Apollo his arts. So Chiron has a special purpose as a bridge between the inner and outer planets, a bridge between the animal and the human, the wisdom that lies in both life forms. Chiron has a relationship to the two astrological signs of Virgo, health and physical well-being, and Sagittarius, consciousness and spiritual well-being. Chiron lords over matters of health, illness and disease, and especially how they relate to our personal journey through life. One must see darkness before there is light. One must experience sickness before there is a lasting health. Chiron also represents resurrection, so has some relationship to the Christ figure as the wounded healer. This is a card of great transformation. Therefore, in many ways, you are rising from the swamps. Chiron's energy says that once we are able to heal ourselves, which is this kind of energy here, especially with the Hermit energy, the going within. Once we are able to heal ourselves, we can also take this gift or wound and learn how to restore others. We can mend our wounds when we embrace a process and understand the gift of illness or dysfunction. Chiron is also an expert in alchemy, which gives us the ability to transform the mundane into the marvellous, which again is this kind of energy up here as well. I was saying this is kind of an alchemical process, a temperance energy. Chiron is a blending of the energies of Saturn and Uranus, meaning don't throw out the old. There is wisdom there, but you should also embrace the bold and the new. In keeping with this, Chiron also governs quantum physics, medicine and astrology. When this card turns up in a reading, it can indicate health matters or that issues of a medical nature may be of concern. Certain sorrows of the deep past may be surfacing, so be careful of repeating old patterns. These will tend to resurface unless faced directly, and if not faced, the pain will continue. This is an awakening time where you can resolve things. The symbol for Chiron is a key, and this card says you have the key to open the right doors at your asking. To do this, you will have to work with the wounded or the downtrodden in some way. So if this is true, it is now time to save yourself and others. So that's an interesting energy of Chiron. There's two people in that picture as well, healing of each other. But it also feels like there is a healing going on, as I was saying, like, you know, kind of like both in your own corners. Kind of going deeper within yourselves, like learning more about yourselves through the relationship that you have been in, on some level still are in, because there is this energetic connection here, definitely, especially with this Knight of Cups. So let's see what the Lover's Oracle would like to give you, Aquarius. Both major arcana cards as well, the High Priestess and the Hermit. It also feels like the healing process is going to help to for you to understand each other better. And whether that will be a, like, in a relationship scenario, or whether that will just be on a kind of more friend basis of knowing each other. Let's see what this card says here. Manifesting miracles. Your dream is soon to become reality. Trust your heart and continue to follow its guidance. So that's the message from the Love Oracle. Trusting your heart. Which is energy here. The Knight of Cups energy. Trusting your heart. Because although things may look bleak or look lost at this time, that doesn't necessarily mean that that is so. But as I was saying earlier, things are still in the process of changing or renewing, or kind of like almost like not knowing. It's a not knowing. It's like you can't know at this time what the outcome is going to be, because there's still things that need to be experienced or lived through or dealt with. So I'm going to leave the reading there and say thank you very much, Aquarius, for watching it. Please, if you have got anything from this reading, if you've learned anything, if it's helped you, benefited you in any way, please could you thumbs it up for me. Like my video, really helps me to get it out into the bigger world of YouTube, where other people can see the videos and come back to my channel and check out the videos that I'm doing, which also helps to grow my channel. So if you haven't subscribed already, please could you do that as well. There is a subscription or a subscribe button that you can tap, and that will allow you to decide whether or not you want to get my videos as and when I put them out there, with that little bell thing. And please also share my videos. Thank you very much to those of you who have liked, who have subscribed, and who do share my videos. I really do appreciate it, because I see that they do get shared. YouTube tells me next to nothing really. I have a new subscriber. I'm actually on my 150th subscriber, which I'm really pleased about, and it's taken me a while to get there, but I'm really pleased. So whoever my 150th subscriber is, thank you very much. I said previously that once I got to 150 I would be doing a bonus video, so I will also be doing that at some point as well. Also, there's a playlist there for anybody who wants to look over the playlist for all the sun signs. I do all the new moon, the full moons, both the tarot and the astrology. It's worth sometimes looking back over the astrology as well and seeing what happened, whether it was accurate, or because there's so much happening at this time as well. Also, I was going to say something there and my mind's gone completely, but oh, comment please. For those of you who have commented, thank you again very much. It does help to get my videos kind of pushed out there a little bit more, which is really what I'm trying to do at this time. Get my videos out into the more mainstream viewing of YouTube. So my voice is going a bit croaky. I'm going to stop talking now. So thank you very much again, Aquarius, and hopefully I will see you again soon, and please take really good care of yourselves.